The ultimate goal which we want to pursue while we are doing studies, be it CA, CS, CMA, MBA, or any other professional degree, or not, or even any other technical degree, is to get our dream job. And when we land in our dream job, then guys, sometimes we fail to take those initial confident steps which we should have taken while we join our new job. So in today's discussion, guys, I'm going to tell you certain to-dos and things which you should not do when you join a new job. Yes, the campus placement has just ended, and many of you have got jobs in companies. Many of you have already been placed in good companies. Some of you are expecting offer letters to be released soon. Some of you are expecting your job postings to be told to you, and then you will be joining within next couple of weeks. So before that, this video is going to be really important for all of you, those students who have been seeking for a job or who have already got a job, and even if you have joined the job, then also this video is going to be important to you. So guys, please watch this video till the fag end. And yes, for the CMA Intermediate students, if you are looking out for internship opportunities, and if you've got an internship opportunity, and if you've started an internship in any of the CMA firms, then also this video is going to be useful to all of you. The topic of today's discussion is, what are the to-dos in new jobs? What are the things that we should do in new jobs, so that we can take that initial leap, so that we can take that initial step to really win confidence of our peers and of our office colleagues. So, before joining the job, once you've got the offer letter from a company, before joining the job, there's one very important thing. Of course, you should party. Of course, you should treat your family. Of course, you should treat your friends because they deserve it. Yes, that treating is very important part of it. But apart from that, guys, before joining a job, before the date of joining is there in your offer letter, before joining that particular company, do visit website of that particular company. Read it threadbare, read it completely. In which sectors is that company working? Where all are its branches? What are the products in which that company is into? And also extract the financial statements of that particular company. If it's a listed company, even if it's an unlisted company, then get, guys, from MCA website, on payment of a very nominal fees, you'll get the financial statements of that particular company. So extract the financial statements of that particular company so that you are aware about the basic financial structure, basic organization structure of the company. So two structures which you should be aware about before joining a company. It's financial structure, which means that what are the sources of funds of that particular company, and I'm talking to CMA, so I hope that you are aware about this term, sources of funds. What are the sources of funds of that company? Who are the shareholders? Who are the the group companies? What kind of business is it? What is the turnover in an overall term? What is the profitability? All these numbers should be on your tips before you join any organization. So benefits is that whenever during the induction period, whenever during the initial introduction period, you'll be interacting with senior leadership members of your company. Over there, you are able to make a good impression if you have these numbers on your tips, so that you can at least it can prove to be an icebreaker for you. You can start talking, you can start conversing with any of the leadership people or your managers very efficiently if you have these numbers in place. So two things which are mandatorily required to know before you join a company. Number one, it's organization structure. Number two, it's financial structure. Organization structure means that you need to be aware about what is the product category in which that company is dealing with. What are the locations where it is spread, whether it is in India or its operations outside India. And financial acumen means that you should be aware about the top line, you should be aware about the bottom line, you should be aware about the profitability, the segments which the company is in, segment reporting is there. Everything should be known to you. And I'm not asking you to in-depth threadbare and analyze the financial statements or start calculating the ratios, current ratios, fixed asset ratio, nothing of that sort, guys. But be aware about the company which you are joining. That is step number one. Step number two, soon as you join the company, you are expected to do some trainings, certain basic trainings like ethics training, like people's training, like policies training. What are the policies of the company? And sometimes you will find it boring to do those trainings, and without even reading the content of that training, you will do next. Do not do this, guys. Always go through these training modules very seriously, because they are going to tell you in depth about the policies and about the culture of the company, and what are the risks, what are the not to do's, things which you should not do in the company, what are the risks which you can face in the future that can embarrass you in front of your seniors. All these things will be culled out from these trainings. So these trainings are mandatory to be done very, very religiously, very, very seriously. These trainings are required to be done. So do these trainings properly, complete these trainings with full dedication, and read each and everything which is there in the training. Apart from training, there are HR manuals, human resource manuals, the policies with respect to HR which are laid down by the company, which is saved on the intranet. Like, what is the policy for leave? What is the policy for extended working hours? What are the office timings? What are the policy for obtaining your laptop, your dongle? All these small things are there in the policy. So soon as you hit the company, soon as you join the company, you should be very, very vigilant reading all these user manuals, all these HR manuals which will be given by the HR to you. Read them completely. Be aware about what is the system of that particular company. So if timesheets are required to be filled, then on Friday the timesheet is required to be filled, otherwise your salary will be on hold. This rule should be aware to you. Should be aware about this these rules. So you cannot just ignore the user manuals or HR manuals. So HR manuals are a sine qua non. You need to read those HR manuals properly as soon as you join the company. That is a very, very important thing which you should do. Next, communication is a very important part of your induction and your introduction. Okay, so be very, very communicative. Whatever problems you have, communicate it with your seniors. Whatever concerns you have, communicate it with your senior in utmost openness and absolute clarity. Don't shy away from going to your seniors for discussing your problems, be it a commutation related problem, logistics related problem, laptop related problem, any other problem. Be very upfront in communicating. Communication is the key. Don't be shy in communicating things to your mentors and your seniors in office, because communication is the key. At this point in time, I will tell you one very important thing which I faced during my initial days of my career, guys. Sometimes what happens is, whenever you are inducted in a company, whenever you join a company, for a few days, for maybe a few months, you might feel absolutely lost. You'll be loaded with work, but you would not know how to do it. And there will be virtually no one to guide you, because all your mentors, all your managers will be busy in their routine task. This happens a lot. This is not a new situation which happens only to a particular person, but it happens a lot. The senior will tell you that, okay, you please complete this work till evening, I will see it in the evening. But you're not aware how to do it. You're not aware, you've not been given guidance on how to do it and what to do it. This is a very, very usual situation. In this situation, guys, you should call up your manager in late evening hours, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, when the work is a little light, and just tell him politely that, sir, you had given me this work, but I'm not able to figure out how to do it. Okay, you can politely communicate this with your manager, and your manager will definitely help you, or your immediate reporting person will definitely help you out with it. And even before communicating it to your immediate superior or your manager, you should do one thing. You should just read whatever has been given to you properly and see how that work was done in the last year. In most likelihood, you will be able to understand how that work should be done in the current year as well. Catch hold of those files where the work was done last year, and if you read last year's report, so for example, if you are doing debtors aging, then you don't know how to do debtors aging, just pick up the debtors aging of last year and see what has been done in the debtors aging of last year. Just cull out that similar report, or do that particular thing similarly in the current year if you can do so. Just try to self-mentor yourself at many places. You need to be self-vigile. You need to be self-guided so that you can actually self-mentor yourself. You can learn. You can learn by yourself. That is an essential thing when you are dealing with any of such a situation where you are absolutely out of mind that what needs to be done now. You're not aware about it. Try this technique. You will definitely be successful in it. So yes, these were a few tips on what are the to-dos, what are the things that you should do when you are joining a particular job or you are joining a particular organization. These are things which you should definitely do. Now, certain things that you shouldn't do when you are joining any office, okay? Guys, number one, you should not discuss about salaries. You should not ask your peers, what is your salary? What are they paying you? You should not ask your seniors, what is your salary? You should not be asking your peers about salary of your boss or manager or CEO of the company. What is his salary? This is absolutely not your concern, and it is very, very impolite to ask about certain people's salary. Salary is one thing. Even your salary, you should not discuss your salary with anyone. Salaries or numbers should not be discussed in the initial few weeks of your joining. Build a rapport with everyone, and then you can discuss all these things in a good relationship basis. On a need basis, you can discuss it. Okay. Next. Do not enter into office politics or office gossips. So what happens is when you're fresh to the organization, you're not aware about anything, whatever is happening around, and you're not aware about people, what are their nature, what is their style of working, etc., etc. You'll be feeded with a lot of feedback from everyone that this guy is bad, this guy is good, this guy is not good, this guy is rude, don't approach him. So guys, don't take that feedback seriously, and don't gossip around with that feedback. Oh, he's saying that he's like that, he's saying that he's like that. Don't gossip around. Don't take that feedback seriously. Don't gossip around, because every person has a different kind of equation with every other person. You might have a different equation with your seniors. Someone else might have a different equation with their seniors. Absolutely different. To each his own. Don't create perceptions, and don't get involved in those office gossips. Don't get involved with those office politics that, you know, you should not have lunch with someone, you should have lunch with other person. All these office politics you should be you should be aware about. You should be absolutely indifferent about, because initially you need time to understand the entire culture. If you are already making perceptions about people or about situations in the organization, then guys, you will be at a loss. You'll definitely be suffering because of it. So you should not do this. You should not do this office politics and office gossips during the initial, at least during the initial few months of your joining the organization. So yes, these were some of my tips on to-dos and not to-dos when you are joining a new job. And yes, these are certain soft skills. These are certain skills which you'll develop over a period of time, and how to manage things you'll develop over a period of time. And this huge learning, guys. I mean, corporate world is like Pandora's box, where, you know, you'll actually learn so many things, and in a positive way. Pandora's box in a positive way. You'll learn so many things. There's so many things to learn. Even you learn how to shake hands with your seniors, peers, or clients. You learn how to give your visiting card, which, you know, you would not know at this point in time. You learn how to comb your hairs properly. You know, you'll learn how to wear a specs properly, how to put on a blazer properly, how to wear a tie properly. Everything you learn. This is a beautiful learning process which you're going to enter into. If you take certain proactive steps, then your learning can escalate to the next level. And yes, you can prove to be a rock. You can prove to be a star. You can prove to be a milestone in your organization, and prove to be an asset to your organization, which, you know, people will love working with you. People will love working with you. I want to work with this guy. And that is the objective which we'll achieve by this thing. So that's all for this particular video, guys, and I'll be keep coming back with more of my experience regarding new jobs, new opportunities, or new things, how to start these things. If you have any doubts, if you have any question, or if you're facing any peculiar situation in your office or your interview process, or if you have any questions which you want to ask me, drop it in the comment section. And yes, please comment how do you like this video, and yes, do hit that like button. Subscribe if not subscribed to the channel. Till we meet next, all the very best and happy studying. Bye bye. See you in the next session.